Why choose Religious Studies GCSE? We are reintroducing GCSE Religious Studies as an option. There will be one option group and it will be taught by myself, Mrs. Lash. You can deepen your understanding of society. Religion has been deep-rooted within humankind for as long as historical written accounts can tell us. It has had a huge impact on all cultures across the globe, and by learning the depths of the subject, students can broaden their knowledge of how people work. Religion is powerful and persistent, and it shows no sign of disappearing. It provokes heartfelt commitment, eloquent expression, forthright action, and intense debate. Religious Studies GCSE is a course for everyone who wants to be informed about the world around them. Religion is an intensely curious phenomenon that calls out for better understanding. It is a really relevant subject. The course is modern and engaging and very different to the religious instruction that children may have received within schools in the past. Nearly every day there is something religion related on the news, and the demand in certain fields for individuals who are sufficiently educated in this area is still prominent. Skills for today's world are a big part of what you will learn. It encourages reflection and debate. Religious studies can open up the possibility of in-depth debate, which leads to critical evaluation and analysis. Students are asked for their opinion and are encouraged to explain their thoughts on the topic we study in lessons and within the exams. Students are required to take the time to really think deeply about topics within the subject area. There is a lot of room for scepticism and scientific questioning, so for those who like to philosophise over theories or ponder about the future, this is the perfect course. It links to a multitude of careers. Students gain many transferable skills from RE GCSE. These are skills such as critical thinking, research, interpretation, presentation and communication. There are no subjects that conflict with religious studies, and it can be said that all subjects would actually benefit from the knowledge and skills acquired in studying religious studies. Medical professionals. Doctors and nurses need a firm understanding of medical ethics, and many religious teachings have a direct influence on their job. Some of the topics we will be studying within our unit on medical ethics is abortion, euthanasia, organ transplants, blood transfusions and genetics. The police service. Police officers need to have a good understanding of multi-faith and multicultural issues in order to do an effective job. They must show tolerance and understanding and be against prejudice and discrimination. Many UK laws are based on Christian laws and teachings. The law. Lawyers and judges must study religion and law as part of their training. Religion has influenced most of the laws in the UK and also in other countries. They must have a good knowledge of religious beliefs and teachings, as this may affect how a person lives and acts. They should also have a good knowledge of moral issues and ethics. It is vital that a lawyer is free from prejudice, as they must treat everyone equally. Teachers. A teacher will usually encounter students and parents of all different races and religions and should be free from prejudice. Teachers should have a good understanding of religious beliefs and teachings, as they should be able to encourage and empathise with students and their lives. Social worker. Social workers must have a good understanding of religious and cultural issues in order to understand and empathise with the people they are entrusted to help. Religion and culture affect all aspects of life from birth to death, in the home and at work. All social workers must be free from prejudice and must treat everyone with respect and equally. The Armed Forces. The Armed Forces should have a clear understanding of religious and cultural ideas. When the armed forces are deployed overseas to protect civilians in war-torn areas, they really do need to have an understanding and be able to empathise with the people and their culture. How will I get my grade? It is 100% exam. There is no coursework, controlled assessment. It's all based on 2 exams. Both of these exams are 1 hour and 45 minutes long, and they will be both held in the summer term of Year 11. What will I study? Within the first paper, and it's 50% of the course, you'll be studying 2 different religions, Christianity and Judaism, and you'll be looking at the beliefs, teaching and practices of both of these religions. In the second paper, which is the second half of it, 50%, students will be applying the knowledge that they've learnt about Christianity and Judaism from paper 1, and they will also be applying their own beliefs and their own opinions to 4 philosophical and ethical themes. Now, these are subject to change, but at the moment we've got relationships and families, which will include marriage, sexuality and gender, religion and life, which is medical ethics and will include abortion, euthanasia and animal experimentation, the existence of God, gods and the ultimate reality, and this is our philosophy unit. So there'll be all sorts of different arguments for the existence of God and also for atheism as well. And religion, peace and conflict, warfare, violence, terrorism, which also includes the just war theory. I'm going to bring up a couple of sample questions. So this is one question from paper 1 and it's about Christian beliefs. So there'll be a question on Jewish beliefs as well. And then there's the questions on teachings and practices. So this is just the one question. They start off, as you can see there, with a multiple choice question. So it's a 1-mark question and they've just got to tick which they think is the correct word, or the describing word for omnipotent. They then start to get progressively harder. So question 2 is 2 marks. It gets still quite simple. And when you get to the final question, it is an essay that they are required to write, and there's 12 marks for that. And they also get 3 marks on as well for their spelling and their grammar. So they're given a statement and then they are asked to analyse the statement and give a balanced answer, including their own point of view as well. Here's a sample question from the second paper. So this is the paper 2, which is the philosophy and ethics paper, where they apply their knowledge of Judaism and Christianity to the 4 topics that we've chosen. And just like the last question, as you can see, it starts off with a multiple choice question and then it gets progressively harder. So there'll be 4 questions like this within paper 2, just as there'll be 4 questions like the previous question that we saw. So you'll have to write 4 essays in each exam, as well as answer the smaller mark questions. So again, it gets progressively harder, but there's something for everybody there that you should be able to gain. And there's also, as you can see, quite a lot of challenge for people that are wanting to push themselves towards getting the higher grades there. So if you've got your higher target grades, you can get that quite, well, I won't say easily, but it's there for the people that really want to push themselves further. If you have any questions about the course, then please do email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you very much for listening.
Henley-in-Arden School, achieving excellence together.